Okay, greetings, Patriots, Starseeds, Lightworkers, and of course our brave military. Welcome to 1776 United, and we are in a worldwide and galactic revolution. Now, I want to dedicate this this video here to our Commander-in-Chief, DJT. Okay, and we all the Patriots want to thank him for turning down trillions of dollars by the deep state to step out of the way. He was offered so many things to just walk away from everything, but he never. Against overwhelming odds against the Patriots for so many years, the media, the Congress, the Senates, all the politicians around the world, they had every country completely capitulated. And Trump walked into this with knowing that there was overwhelming odds, and he was basically walking into a certain death sentence with him and his family to be annihilated at any time for going against the system. And we want to thank him for that. We also want to thank him for taking the 39 or 40 convictions that they had laid on him, which are all phony, completely fabricated garbage that the deep state, Clinton, Obama, Bush clown show tried to infect him with, and he overcame that. We want to thank him for that. We want to thank him for the 71 million children that him, combined with Putin and Xi Jinping, have saved so far to this point. We also want to thank our commander for the 400 plus million criminal activists that were about to, if they had taken power, was going to start the annihilation of and depopulation of this planet. And we want to also thank you, Commander, for showing us and the people that weren't awake and the sleepers that that this had to be shown, this had to be played out, and not told, because nobody would have ever believed you. We also want to thank you for them giving you or offering you a perfect life, and with many wonderful things, but you turned it down and you walked away from your already rich lifestyle to come and help the American people along with the worldwide patriot movement to come and fight for us. And we know and understand that you are the only man that stands between them and us. And you have almost single-handedly taken on the system, the establishment, with our patriots. And I'll never forget about one thing. A patriot, when alone, is probably the most hardest thing that he or she will ever have to overcome. But if he wins and he starts gaining strength and he starts winning these battles that are coming at him from all sides, more patriots do join. And as more patriots join, becoming a patriot becomes easier. And now it's to the point where anybody can jump on as a patriot. Even the deep state can switch sides because they know who the winner is. I want to thank you for that, Commander, for changing the shift, the system. The establishment is now at its knees, on its knees, where we were on its knees. Everything has shifted because of you and the Global Alliance. We Patriots want to thank you for that as well. We want to thank you also for the money that you are ripping out of the banks' hands, the deep states and the central banks run by the Rothschilds, and all the lies that they have done, and the birth certificate bonds that were stolen off of us, and all the other systems, the establishment, how they put together all these laws to keep us enslaved and to tax us and to give us tickets constantly to and then build, ask us or saved us from these mortgages that were already ours to begin with. And you've got this all turned around. You've got this all turned around on money that was stolen, and I'm saying trillions of dollars were stolen is now coming back to the patriots of this world. We want to thank you, Commander, for that. We want to thank you for taking the LGBTQ narrative in the schools and turning that around and dropping all the narrative that they had and how they were contaminating our children. And you are taking that system away and bringing it, our God-given system of quantum is coming back, and you are totally responsible for that. And we want to thank you for that, Commander. We also want to thank Commander Trump for what would be the word, appointing Robert F. Kennedy Jr. to head the destruction and the collapse of the CDC and the WHO, the WEF and IMF and the FDA, whatever, however many there are out there. And they're doing a wonderful job bringing it all down. We are going in the right direction. And we want to thank you for all the time that you've put into that, along with Robert F. Kennedy Jr., to do that. We also want to thank you, Commander Trump, for the appointment of Pam Bondi and Kash Patel and Dan Bongino heading the DOJ to bring these heathens to heel. I understand that these insurrectionists, leaders, leadership, and captains and lieutenants were captured outside of L.A. Lavoie and his lieutenants were all captured and now are sitting in a detention center ready to be shipped off to Guam or wherever you may be. We don't really care, but we want to thank you for that. Commander Trump, you've done a wonderful job, and we should appreciate and state this more, but obviously what you've done and how you've done it is masterful. It's 5D chess, and anybody that plays chess as in depth as a person like myself or others can appreciate the moves that you have made to defeat these tyrants and evil satanic pedophiles off this planet. We want to thank you for cleaning out thousands and thousands of miles of dumbs on this planet and turning it into arteries and transportation tunnels, so we can do this new form of transportation from continent to continent within 1/10 of the time, instead of using these planes that crash, that they crash because of what the deep state does. We want to thank you, President Trump, for everything that has been done, that you have been responsible for turning our world around, and this is only the beginning. Bye for now. God bless the United States Republic. God bless our President Trump, and God bless every patriot on this planet.